Hi Kiwi, and welcome back to a new episode of Hades 2. Today we are going to be taking the aspect of Melinoe on the staff. We're going to hopefully get an overworld win this time. I've been having a rough span. Off camera I did some Arcana management. I disabled the Furies because I'm going to try and use my cast mostly for defensive purposes on this run and keep my distance with the special. I did unlock the Enchantress and leveled it up once, as well as leveled up the Huntress once more, because we're going to be depending on our Omega attacks pretty heavily. The way the Staff of Melinoe works is it increases our max magic and the base damage on our special. I forget if it's Omega special or not, or more than that. We need a +4 here. I am actually comfortable with the Vow of Rivals for this first fight, so I'm going to go ahead and take that.
That fear may
And
spread.
then we need one more. I don't really want to fight more HP with enemies, or I guess I'll take the 2 levels of Menace and drop Rivals for this for now. We'll skip Rivals until it numbers out. Well, we'll take 1 level of Hordes, and here comes my cat to try and be in the way, and there she falls off the desk. Unfortunate. Sorry, Toppy.
Night and darkness guide me.
She was just waiting for me to start recording and decided that is when she's going to go on my desk. So, unfortunately, in my attempt to stop her, she may have splatted and fallen to the floor. She's fine. She may also want dinner. But anyway, let's go ahead and start this overworld run and hope for the best.
We're
gonna take Apollo's keepsake and hope that we can build around his special, hopefully better than common for damage, but AoE on the Omega special is pretty solid for this build.
Judging by all his vengeful roars, Typhon must hate my father almost as much as Kronos does. But are they truly working together? A monster such as that couldn't possibly be taking orders from a Titan, or anybody.
All right, let's see what we get. So we get his base special, but this is still pretty solid damage up. Solar Ring, Lucid Gain. Lucid Gain's decent for magic regen, but we prioritize the special right now.
For certain.
80% more damage on the special is pretty solid. If we can get a nice palm on it, that even better. The AoE up on the special is really very beneficial. It makes us deal with mobs pretty well. Obviously, we're not doing a whole lot of damage, but a good couple palms, a good couple hammers, and we'll be in a pretty decent spot. I don't have to worry too heavily about using my cast defensively here, but I'll definitely want to later on in the run. I just might force of habit drop the cast because I'm so used to playing with the Furies on, but with it off I really am just going to prioritize using it for the Messenger's safety. Let's see, and of course with a special focused build we get attack benefiting only hammers, because why wouldn't we? Attacks are 50% faster, attacks have 30 power, your attacks have more range and deal 100% more damage to distant foes. We'll take Extending Wallop. We haven't gotten it before, so it's a prophecy cleared, and it plays to the build that we're focusing on. We're playing a build that focuses on range. Let's see what we've gotten offered. So, Hephaestus, Medea. There's another Apollo boon. I definitely want more of his boons. Demeter isn't bad for safety reasons. Medea isn't bad either here. We'll be burning through magic pretty fast, so Selene is actually a reasonable option here. Definitely taking the HP. So HP, Apollo, Selene, Medea. I kind of want Hera. I feel like Hera's dash would be great for this build, so Hera, and then between Hephaestus and Demeter, who would I prioritize? I think... base damage would be really good. I think Hephaestus, going for Hephaestus's infusion again would be pretty solid. So let's play that. Also, we didn't have another hammer here, right? No, we didn't. Okay, so let's go with Medea's room first because we can just get her curse going, and then I don't have to think too hard about it.
For those who showed me stone, I show you this. A boiling cauldron filled with toxic herbs, envenomed fangs and thistles, and a kiss.
Aw, she gave it a kiss.
Awful expletives and gruesome verbs. May all your hair fall out and your skin crawl, with many painful sores and insect bites. Your favored memories I shall implore. Your throat I'll cut. But first, complete these rites. So mote it be.
I love that for all of the witches in this game, they all have little incantations that you can just listen in on and enjoy. Medea is definitely the master of curses, that's for sure. And I still think this looks like bread over here, even though like it's objectively just a piece of cloth with some knives on top.
Ah, the sorceress returns. Not had your fill of this putrescent atmosphere? Or merely not succeeded yet in breaking the Titan siege?
Not succeeded yet. Kronos can replenish his forces as quickly as Olympus can repel them. Have you found any weaknesses in their ranks?
They cannot be permanently slain, are barely susceptible to my most noxious poisons, and are single-minded in their devotion to the Titan Lord. Any of those sound like weaknesses?
Single-mindedness definitely seems reasonable, and you said barely susceptible, but still susceptible. Let's see, after a foe joins the encounter, it randomly takes 1 to 999 damage. Whenever a foe makes you use a Death Defiance, it loses 15% of its HP. I wonder if that affects bosses too. Corrosion on sight, after a foe joins the encounter, it loses 50% of any armor it has. That could be really beneficial. This could certainly help us for really dicey situations. I guess I'll take Malice in Kind, not my favorite option, but whatever.
Enjoy.
In one forgotten recess of the fallen city, a solitary seeker of profane mysteries conducts her undertakings beneath a pale, distant moon.
I've learned a curse or two from this one.
More than 2, I think. Well, I guess we've only had 2. A pox upon our enemies immediately. She responds. Funny. Medea's fun. She's very toxic in the most fun way possible. All right, let's see. Where to next? So I guess I don't... Honestly, Hera's attack would not be bad for this kind of build, so I guess I go for that here. Or I could go for a Ding Ding attack. That's not a bad option either, since I can safely just poke enemies from a distance. I think I'm gonna go Hera.
A sign of Kronos.
My special does not want to aim in the direction I'm aiming, or I'm trying to aim. There we go. I guess not having the Furies early does slow us down a fair bit, but we'll make it work. I still drop my cast here to make enemies immobile. Honestly, I feel like fourth god-wise, I really enjoy seeing Hestia on this run for, what is it, Glowing Coal? I'm forgetting, but of course the boon that we've benefited from to get our first Underworld win, rather. So the reason why I feel like the Mel Staff is actually a really solid beginner weapon is that base damage on the special really does a fair bit.
Pleased to have finally met in a more proper way, my dear. You bought this mountain of ours a bit of extra time, so we are bolstering our defenses as best we can. Thus, I'm beseeching you to hurry back.
All right, we're on our way as fast as we can be. Ornn Gain is honestly really good for this build because we don't use magic fast enough for it to matter. Alternatively, actually, you know what? Bridal Glow guaranteed. It's the special here. We take that. Heroic Bridal Glow, or Heroic Nova Flourish, does 140% base damage now, and that's before oh, actually it has 2 palm levels on it, but still, our special now does 140% base damage. That's great for us, and Hera's in the pool now, so we can get other benefits from her. We still need a magic regen boon, so I'm gonna hope. I feel like Ornn Gain is a really good option for this run. We'll see how it plays out.
You shouldn't have crossed me.
More max magic when we're planning to build into Hephaestus is great too, because he has the boon that gives us HP based on our max magic. But you know what? Actually, now that I think about it, if we can get Hera and Hestia's duo boon, that could be really powerful together. All right, so I think yeah, our 4 gods will be Hephaestus, Hera, Apollo, and Hestia. So I think next, let's go for the Selene boon and see what we get there, because that won't dictate the rest of the run. Oh gosh, still need to be careful. Definitely can still take more damage than I need to. Yeah, we're definitely going to be planning around playing safe with the special as much as possible. Things that really benefit this run that I understand could be possible would be Apollo's Legendary, if we ever get lucky enough to see that. And then probably the duo between Hera and...
Upon the oath of the unseen is one vow that may rise above the rest. It is my charge as Eye of Night to bear it witness should you choose to speak this vow of rivals. Discover the extent of it and overcome your strongest foes.
I'm already forgetting if we took Vow of Rivals or not. Let's see. We did not. Okay, fair enough. Lunar Ray is very hit or miss for me. There's a Path of Stars that makes it very strong, and it's ready after 30 magic, so I'll take it for now and hope that we get the the power up that I'm thinking of. Get our moss. Any bonuses? Not here. Okay. Lunar Ray is definitely hit or miss if you don't get its Path of Stars upgrades, because it locks you into place, and the damage it does is not incredible on its own. We want HP, we want Hephaestus, we want Apollo. So let's go take the Hephaestus boon first. If I get his attack, not the end of the world, honestly, it would be a pretty reasonable option. Saw that sword getting ready to hit me, so I had to bail out. Anyway, so it is the new year officially, Kiwi. Or, well, at this point, it's been the new year for a good 2 weeks at the time of probably uploading this, if I have a rough estimate of when it's going up. So, New Year's resolutions. I'm really not one for New Year's resolutions, honestly.
You've seen the size of the bloody monster been clambering up our mountainside, would you? I haven't, thankfully, but hearing that he's pretty big in size. Typhon himself. I scarce can keep a steady hand with him about.
Alright, tough gain, definitely not. Uncanny Fortitude this early for 25% HP based on max magic. Security system alternatively, though, would really help us in the early rooms. I still think I'd take Uncanny Fortitude in hopes the security system shows up later, though. Because that will immediately give us 28 HP, and it will continue to benefit us for the rest of the run, as will security system, but I don't think I need to worry about taking hits too terribly early on in this run. We can take this Apollo boon now, since I'm not taking any other gods. Anyway, I would most like Apollo's magic gain at this point, I think. I feel like Apollo's magic gain would be a very good option for this build, since we're never going to be really using magic fast enough to warrant anything stronger than his magic gain. Poseidon's magic gain is actually pretty decent for very mana-intensive builds, especially if you get a palm or two on it. But I don't see a situation where we use like more than 40 to 60 magic in a single instance, even if I get all of the like tier 2 Omega special benefiting boons. So, also just for preference, this is how Lunar Ray works. It auto-tracks the nearest target. It can be a little dicey, and again, it locks you in place, but you can dash out of it.
On my authority.
And we will very often. Solar Ring. Blinding Rush actually is really good here. It implies daze to surrounding foes, and it's more reliable in Solar Ring, so I think I'll take that and save my cast for hopefully Hestia's Smolder Ring to apply for Origination. Oh, and we got a bonus room. Cool. The extra movement speed's actually very nice too, so I'm certainly not going to complain about that. Anyway, so New Year's resolutions were never really my thing. When I was younger, I did them, and they were the classic, like, start exercising, lose weight, be healthier, eat less junk food, those sorts of things. And then I kind of realized in adulthood that waiting till a specific time in life to decide to be healthier just didn't make sense. And when I realized that and just decided, okay, if I'm ever going to commit to the change and start building these good habits, it just has to start when I'm ready to start it. And oh, hey, Heracles.
Things are about to turn ugly, and I require neither assistance nor witnesses, sister.
Don't worry, this witness saw nothing.
I'm passing through, and I'm not leaving here until the traitors to the House of Hades lie broken at our feet.
Fine then. We'll each earn our share. Though the lion's share is coming with me.
Well, that's of course it is. You have the funny hat. You have the funny lion hat. Of course the lion's share comes with you.
Hades.
The way Heracles works for reference, Kiwi, is he marks a target enemy, and you have to kill that before he does to get the gold that it drops. And then basically whoever gets more of those marked enemies gets more money at the end of the challenge. He, like Artemis, pauses the timer, so he'll be a great friend for in-game timer speedruns, and a terrible friend for out of like real-time speedruns.
Done here.
So we already have 160 HP, which is phenomenal, and we got 120 gold. Great. Good to see you, Heracles.
By my good graces, granted, but first I've seen somebody stand against the filth that's overtaken this accursed town.
I aim to cleanse the filth down to the source. He resides deep in the underworld, though I've business to attend to on Olympus first.
What a coincidence. I just returned from there not long ago. So the gods are putting all the pieces into place. You watch yourself, sister. I go.
All right. Have a nice trip to the bathroom, friend. Anyway, so yeah, so like, and to be clear, like, even when I realized that, didn't mean I changed my lifestyle immediately. I decided I was in a bad spot and I wasn't about to like be able to put the emotional and mental capacity to improving myself at the time when I kind of had that realization. But when I finally kind of sat down and said, okay, what are like the bare minimum steps for me to take better care of myself in a way that seems reasonable? And that was ultimately, I got a treadmill because I realized like going to the gym is such a huge hurdle. I'll bring the gym to me because of all the things I'm going to do at the gym, it's usually going to be a treadmill anyway. Because as it is, I'm very comfortable walking while playing a game.
Doomed city at her back, the Princess of the Dead heads toward a dismal pasture, where she senses that she is not exactly being watched.
Polyphemus must already know I'm here.
Hey, Afro. Rapture Ring isn't bad here, but I do think Hestia off. Well, actually, Shameless Attitude wouldn't be bad. Like, Aphrodite objectively isn't a terrible option here, but I do think I'm going to lock in Hestia, I think. Another 10% on our special damage sounds great. More damage, more good. I'll take the armor here too, unless my HP is relatively topped off, because I don't foresee myself taking too much damage against Polyphemus. I could try and preserve the armor into the next area. I just don't play safe enough to really feel like it's smart. We have the gold. Let's take it.
I made it all the way up to the Mountain of the Gods, my lord. Though I missed you up there. I never thought I'd see a place you couldn't reach by boat. You have a very good distributor.
That you do. Good old Hermes.
A dinner guest. So you can mess with how things work at night? Between the feeling in my gut and the nonsense you've been talking, I can tell you've been up to no good. You some kind of witch?
How'd you know that, bud?
Since you're finally wising up to our true strength, know that you violate the will of Night herself by standing in my way.
See, there you go again with all the fancy talk. But hey, I could go for a fancy meal just as soon as a tough piece of meat. Maybe you're both.
I don't know, Mel doesn't strike me as the fancy sort, although some of her artwork does make her look relatively fancy, all things considered. Alright, honestly, Lunar Ray does a lot of damage here, because he can't really attack us without me being able to dodge it. So, I think we just DPS him down. I might save my... Our base attack does a fair bit of damage. I'm gonna wait for him to let go of that. If I don't have to take the extra damage, or risk the extra damage, I'll avoid it. Use the iframes on the cast there. I need to learn the timing on the cast iframes because it's far less consistent than I thought it was, which is really frustrating. But we can very safely just spam special here with minimal punishment, kill his friends so that they're not an issue. And then wait for him to do this. And honestly, I think he's gonna phase soon, or actually maybe he won't. He might have a fair bit more than I realize. There we go. Okay, there's the phase. And now I'll Lunar Rain him once his friends are dead. I don't want to accidentally have the Lunar Rays auto-tracking target these guys instead by accident. Whoop, hello. Saw that just in time. Okay, here sounds like this looks like a good chance for some good damage. A nice solid 800 damage. Got hit by that. Unfortunately, I thought he was going to use a different pattern, so I dodged incorrectly. I thought he was going to do that, so I thought I was safe in front of him. Alright, not the cleanest fight, but we didn't lose all our armor, so there's that. We have a nice solid 4 armor, woohoo, or 6 armor, woohoo.
For me.
Oh, I didn't even realize we had a testament up here. I wasn't paying attention to that at all. I just decided to go overworld because, well, we need our overworld clears for the story. We do have the Centaur Arcana equipped now. That's why I deliberately chose the Enchantress as my next Arcana to activate, because so Centaur makes you gain some max magic and HP every 5 locations, but it's a card that doesn't, an Arcana that doesn't actually have a cost. It has a like set requirement that you need to you need to have one of every cost of Arcana 1 through 4, and the Enchantress cost 4. Or cost 3 rather, so that set us up for that. We also have 1 extra Death Defiance now, as well as the Strength card activated, so we have a lot of defensive tools as well as offensive tools for this build.
What's to fear?
That said, giving up the 20% extra damage from the Furies does hurt us a little bit, but I'm hopeful we make up for that in survivability. Because at this point, I need to survive.
Repair.
Objectively speaking, dealing enough damage that you can kill things very quickly is the best form of survival, but we aren't at the point in the game where I can reliably do that, so I need to be able to tank hits, really, is what it is at this point. Another good reason why Aphrodite might have been the objective better choice. Hestia is better for DPS. Aphrodite still gives solid DPS, but gives way more survivability than Hestia here, but it's fine. I'm pretty happy with my overall planning at this stage. Definitely want a magic boon at some point, sooner than later. There's Hestia. Do I take the HP here instead because we're guaranteed Hestia later? No, I still think I take Hestia. We want Smoldering. If she doesn't offer Smoldering, then I made the objectively wrong choice. Or actually, no, we want Smoldering or we want Glowing Coal, and honestly, I'd be happier with Glowing Coal. Go either of those two and we're great. And there's a decent chance she's offering one of those anyway. We'll see, though. We will absolutely see. Oh gosh, that's a big scary dragon-looking thing. Saw that thing winding up to shoot us, so I just briefly redirected my aim at it.
Area clear.
But for me, the simple step was the treadmill, because I always, whenever I went to the gym in the past, the treadmill was where I usually ended up, or the stationary bike.
You should have seen it, dearie, when we brought old Kronos down. Took 6 of us at least, but we got him. Little wonder he's all sore about it still. We'll just have to dispose of him more thoroughly. Cremation, mayhaps.
That sounds about right for you, Hestia. You must love cremation. All right, Smoldering, Cardio Gain, Glowing Coal. Oh, okay, so I would really, I'm forgetting the name of it, but her projectile special, we want that. I will take Smoldering and hope that we get another Hestia boon offered so that I can rarefy that, because Smoldering we're just getting Smoldering to try and get, actually, hold on, Glowing Coal. We take Glowing Coal, actually, I think. It won't give us Origination, but it will give us a projectile cast, which will... Actually, I guess I'm just using my cast defensively, so we're taking Smoldering. Final answer. Pardon me. It will let us get Origination. We'll hope for Glowing Coal later, but it's not a priority right now. I still don't reliably... Actually, I have a pretty reliable way of getting Origination now because I just dash near enemies, I bail out, and then I spam my special. Because they've been dazed by the Apollo dash, and they take torch damage from the Hestia ring, or cast. And yeah, good. We should have some very solid damage now, and with Lunar Ray, I can save some of my magic for spamming a Mega Special once Lunar Ray is on cooldown. Or, I don't know if it's really cooldown per se, more like warm up, yes. Hera showing up here is not bad. We don't need more max magic, so we'll take Hera here for sure. Born Gain would be great for this build, honestly, so I won't complain if she offers that. Gonna bail out from this guy because his big AoE is scary. And then we Lunar Ray you, and you. So anyway, so yeah, so the other big thing that I realized about the treadmill was the simple fact that I love to do things at the same time as exercising, and by that I mean play video games largely. And the best way to do so, hello. The best way to do so is by treadmilling with RuneScape. And so not only have I been more in the mood for old school RuneScape as a whole ever since they had their leagues that I played, which was a lot of fun, it's been really easy to just kind of combine RuneScape with an excuse to play other games. Or to treadmill. Let's see. Well, you have at least two of all elements, all common boons gain rarity. That's decent for us. Born Gain is probably better just to have a reliable magic regen here. Priming 20 magic is a lot, but we're not going to be using it that fast. I foresee it potentially being an issue with just how fast we're going to be spamming without a lot of max magic, though. I think I'll start with proper upbringing, and then I'll circle back to Born Gain if it's offered again. Extended Family doesn't really work for this build because it only affects like fixed damage boons, so Scorch damage, Blitz damage, Splash damage. It doesn't affect percent base boons like Aphrodite's and Apollo's.
A shrouded glade, shorn from the heart of the land, somehow remains suggestive of a time of peace and beauty that has long since fallen deep into the distant past.
Times change.
Not gonna complain about the free heal here. We already have Hermes keepsake, so I'll skip the gift for now.
Good news is we can now be sure what Braps had planned for us, but bad news is it's Typhon and he's big. But my pop stopped him once, so how hard could it be?
Given our track record, kind of hard. Kind of really scary hard. Stutter step. Dashing more frequently. Mean streak. Deal more damage. Hasty retreat. Gain dodge chance based on how many boons we have. It's going to be either stutter step or hasty retreat. I think I'll take hasty retreat because we're going to be stacking a fair number of boons, I think. And... yeah, I'm going to take the dodge chance. It's survivability. That says more dash frequency, admittedly, but still. I'm comfortable with this choice.
Here, little fish.
Because there is a Apollo Hestia boon that gives us dodge chances, or it gives us heals based on dodging, as well as Hestia's boon that makes us have dodge chance for scorched afflicted enemies. So I think there are
Is this a crab?
enough reasons to take that boon, and we're already at 3.5% dodge chance, which is objectively speaking not that much, but it'll add up. It will add up, I think. It's at least my hope. We'll see how it plays out. So we're still hurting for a magic boon. Of the gods on our table, Apollo would probably be the most reliable, I would say, with no major detriment, and unlikely to unlikely to use magic faster than he can regenerate for us. Hestia won't work well because she doesn't regenerate quickly enough, I'd say. And we don't attack with our special fast enough to warrant using hers. I forget who else we had. Hestia. Hera probably is our second best option. Form gain is still very solid. And then Apollo. So Apollo, Hestia. Who's our fourth god? Why am I having a rank? Was it? Yeah, okay, it was Hephaestus. I don't want Hephaestus, so yeah. Max Magic or Coin? I think I take Coin. We're good on Max Magic. Although Max Magic would synergize very well with Born Gain as well as Uncanny Fortitude to increase our max HP. So maybe that wasn't the perfect choice, but I think we're fine. I would use Lunar Ray, but these skulls are going to rush me down, and I'm worried about taking unnecessary hits from them. But this feels like a good point. There we go. Would like to see a Path of Stars sooner than later, but not at the cost of another boon that we'd benefit more from. Glad to see Cersei again, because there's a decent chance we get her aspect weapon here, which I really want.
And butter block. Fang and feather, tuft of wool, dusky wing and horn of bull.
Pigs on feet and feet on sheet.
Stone, harpy feather, knuckle bone.
Dome on face and head on feet. Give me more feet I can't defeat.
Witch's brew.
I'm
Evening, little pigs.
I'm terrible at improv, Kiwi, and especially when it comes to rhymes. I don't know. We'll see how this works out one day. Oh, hey, gift.
Madam Cersei, I'm grateful that we had a chance to meet again after all this time. Your kindness to me always meant a lot, and I wanted to give you this small token in return.
I like her tail. It's fluffy.
Nectar! Oh, thank you, little miss. I've made attempts to brew my own, but never get it right. Though why don't you take this in kind? Think of it as a little island souvenir.
It's beautiful and quite adorable. Thank you.
The crystal figurine in the shape of a pig. Very cute. I love her voice actor. Is just so full of whimsy and she's just like magical whimsy, and I love that aspect of her.
What is even happening there at the Mountain of the Gods? Some nights, great plumes of flame appear on the horizon, and storm clouds, terrible as ever I have seen.
The great Typhon has returned.
The source of these phenomena is a two-pronged assault on Mount Olympus. The Titan Prometheus and his raiders, and the monster Typhon himself. I'm headed to face them.
Good heavens, you mean face them all, Poppet? Although perchance the perils you confront beneath the earth are even worse. Let me protect you then, as best I can.
Objectively speaking, the underworld is far preferable to the overworld, Cersei. You are overestimating us. So, Old Herbal Remedy. Restore 50% of your HP now. Any HP effects that heal you are 25% stronger. Sorry, I tapped the mic. I've been doing that a lot tonight. I'm sorry. Randomly draw one of your inactive Arcana and activate it this night. Randomly draw one of your active vows and remove its effects for the night. I don't think that really helps us. So it's either Arcana or increased healing. of the two, I mean, we're not hurting for HP. I guess I'll just take the random inactive Arcana. What do we get?
Then very well.
The Furies, okay. Well, I guess we get our cast damage back. Works for me well enough.
It's too much of a mess.
The fact that they draw attention to her house makes me expect that at some point we'll be able to go in there, and I have no idea what to expect from that. I'm very curious, to be honest, because it's certainly not happened in my personal playthrough at this point. Just gonna bail out. These are all melee damagers, so it's nice to see how much damage Origination adds. We did 800 damage. We do 800 damage for a full Lunar Ray, and that added up to just shy of 1200 with Origination active. These automatons that shoot projectiles are super scary. We have a wall between us, so I'm going to focus on killing what I can first here. Okay, we need to keep walls between us. I'm very sketched out by this scenario. There we go, okay. Anyway, so yeah, as I was saying, so my goal for self-improvement was not, the first thing I realized is I don't set a time limit on it. I don't set an expectation or a goal. My only goal is to do it. No matter how much, I feel like the phrase, even something done badly is still doing it. Or what's the phrase that's weirdly motivational along the lines of, better to do something incomplete than to not do it at all. I forget what the actual phrasing on it is, but the point being, I do, that does kind of resonate with me. Hey, Heffy, what do you got?
Expecting someone else? Or just as likely not expecting anybody in particular? Because a blessing is a blessing, ain't that right?
This guy gets it. I just need blessings, honestly. Anything to make the run better. Your attacks cause a blast that deal 400 damage in an area for 8 seconds is very tempting here. Alternatively, I could make a very strong argument for getting Hitch on the attack because we have the range on it. Would be another way to reliably get Origination going. Trusty Shield also very tempting. I think, honestly, the Ding Ding on the attack isn't a terrible decision here, though. It's a reliable little bit of extra damage that we can pop enemies with while we're waiting for repositioning or Lunar Ray or something. Objectively speaking, I can use my Omega attack to get this off. Is there any reason I would want... Nah, I'm gonna take it. I'm gonna take it. It's epic tier. It's pretty solid. More max magic, it means more max HP, so I'll take that too. And we'll take the armor. So I'm spending a lot of coin here, but I think it's worth it. All right, Eris, what have you got for us?
You're tougher than you look. I'll give you that trouble. And I'll give you something else for what you did to me last time.
The outcome of our prior meeting was the direct result of your provocation and hostility. Tonight may go even worse.
Wait, you're telling me our choices have consequences? Come on, don't be so gullible. Anyway, I'm gonna open fire now.
All right, I'm gonna Ding Ding on you then. That Ding Ding did 600 damage because of Origination, even though it's base 400. Yeah, it's so good. And also, now that I'm thinking about it, we have a lot of evasion rate because not only do we have Daze that lowers enemies' accuracy by, I'm not sure the exact amount, I think it's like 800-ish, or what am I saying, 800? What? I think it lowers their accuracy by 20%. We have the dodge chance from Hermes. If we can get the other boons from like Hestia for Scorch, giving dodge chance, we're actually going to be really defensive in terms of dodge chance, which should help us a lot. I'm liking our odds so far. But we all know, like, this isn't the part that I have trouble with. It's everything after this area. Turns out, if you look at my early access playthrough, I only played until through Eris. I did not actually do Olympus or the Gates of Olympus. You missed.
Here it comes.
Charge this up and can just fire it. Oh wait, we're out of magic. Oh right, I don't have a magic regen boon yet. Oops. Huh. Well, I guess that also helps our issue with the lack of damage when we run out of max magic. Or, yeah. So, hopefully we find ourselves a nice, juicy Lucid gain soon. Apollo's magic gain boon for context, Kiwi. But we still have... We actually don't have that great damage, but Hephaestus's Ding Ding on the attack will help us a lot. Honestly, if we get some good secondary boons on that, it won't hurt. I'm just not going to build around it. But every 8 seconds doing a guaranteed 100 damage, not bad. Definitely not bad. Yeah. I think next floor we prioritize getting a magic regain boon. don't think I took any damage there, so that was a pretty darn clean Eris. Let's see, do I still have 20 armor? I do, yeah, not a single hit there. Awesome. Yeah, so as you can tell, the first 2 floors of the overworld are my bread and butter. I'm comfortable with them. I've done them a bunch. Well, okay, maybe not a bunch, but like 10 times, plus the runs on this, and plus a couple runs on my personal file, plus the very little bit of toe dipping that I did. Activate 2 random and active Arcana cards. No. We can't benefit from the Athena amulet while we have Death Defiances, so no point in using that. Path of Stars would be nice here. Alternatively, I force either... I could force Hera to show up or Hef for more. I think I'm also going to take the Path of Stars and try to upgrade Lunar Ray if I can, because we're not getting much luck in the way of
This then.
of those showing up. So +3 extra Path of Stars bonuses if we take this keepsake. And then on the final floor, I need to confirm if I have Knuckle Bones or not, because I thought I have it, but if I don't, then I should definitely unlock that. Knuckle Bones reduces the damage of the Guardian of that floor, and then on top of that, reduces their starting HP on the fight by like 1%. I think it's pretty low early on, and then it becomes 10% by the end. So it's a really strong. This is awkward. It becomes extremely strong for like just a reliable keepsake for the final floor for Kronos or Typhon. Oh, but you had to put Selene up against Hestia. There's no questioning who we take here.
The majesty of Mount Olympus lies half buried underneath a heavy coat of snow, which masks the scars and blemishes of a protracted siege.
Between duo boons and her fireball technique, there's no questioning what we benefit from more in the short term and frankly the long term of this run. Selene would be nice, especially if we could get more than 1 Path of Stars in an area. I need most likely at least 2 Paths of Stars to be able to get the upgrade that I'm hunting for, even on and that's on the big assumption that it's even available. That said, I do seem to be able to reliably get this off regardless, so who knows.
All right, dearie, let's get a real fire going.
Excellent.
No more fussing about merely with sparks and such. Oh, Apollo, get your buttocks over here right now, because I could use a light.
Yeah, Apollo, she's gonna light your butt on fire. If you don't hurry.
Right away, dear Lady Hestia. Though, might we please take more precaution not to burn down half the mountaintop this time?
I love Hestia. She's so fun. Warm Breeze. Whenever you dodge or daze causes a foe to miss, restore 10 HP. We didn't get her boon that I actually wanted, so we'll take Warm Breeze here. It doesn't affect our dodge chance, but it scales with our dodge chance, gives us some healing. And what is our dodge chance at this point? It's 15%. Oh wait, no. It's 20% plus 4.5%. So it's 25% basically. It's a 1 in 4 chance to not get hit. It's not amazing, but it's actually pretty amazing. We'll go for the hammer here and hope that we get one of the boons that we're looking for. If we don't, it's not the end of the world, but I would really enjoy this run giving me at least something that benefits my attack despite clearly not wanting to build, or what am I saying? It benefits my attack, benefits my special despite clearly wanting to build around the attack, right, Kiwi? There are a lot of things here that are, oh right, why am I not using my ding ding? I am a ding dong for not using my ding ding, Kiwi. I love that that sentence is actually in context comprehensible and meaningful, I guess. What do we got here? Your special gains a power shot that deals 50% damage and restores 20 magic. We proved that Giga Moonburst wasn't nearly as good as it sounds, and Melting Swipe is actually amazing. 900 damage to armor is phenomenal, especially with Ding Ding attached, but here we go. Etheric Moonburst. Your Mega Special gains a power shot. Basically, the staff just became the bow from Hades 1, and I love it, because I'm going to regenerate magic. I don't even need a magic regen boon anymore as long as I time this right. Deals 50% more damage too. So basically you can see when this glows, when it widens and glows, that's my power shot. And as long as I time that right, I actually regenerate more magic than I spend. I don't need a magic regen boon anymore. I just prioritize whatever else I can get. That said, magic regen isn't unwanted here because again, there are potentially other boons that will consume magic relatively quickly. This is also a lot of things all at once. But, like, That solves our magic problem almost in its entirety and lets us get away with spamming a lot more. The main issue is I do need to have good timing, but it's not, once you get the rhythm going, it's just like playing the bow. It's almost exactly like playing the bow from Hades 1, which I love. Because we all know the bow is my favorite weapon, second only to Hestia, which again, I also appreciate the fact that Hestia is my favorite god in this game. And she was my favorite god in the other game, even though she wasn't even a playable character, didn't even give boons, you know? Alright, this is feeling a lot stronger than any of our previous runs. Maybe the RNGs finally took, maybe the Fates finally took a little pity on us, because our RNG in the last couple runs has been objectively abysmal. We still haven't seen our Path of Stars. Hopefully we do get one, because it will be a waste of a keepsake. Actually, oh hey Athena, I didn't expect you here. Awesome. That's actually really good for us. Take your palm, please.
Lady Athena.
A 6-second ding ding. Don't mind if I do, actually. I'll take that for sure.
The Underworld's power.
That's fantastic for us, actually.
Thank the fates that you eluded Typhon's fury, and you created enough of a diversion that we were able to fortify our defenses and keep that monstrosity at bay for now.
But he'll be back. Have you discovered any weaknesses of note? I'd rather do more than distract him.
Did you aim for the really large eye? I think you should aim for the really large eye. That's what Legend of Zelda taught me.
A being of that size will not have many weaknesses, although no creature likes to be jabbed in the eyes, and Typhon has a great many of them, for better or worse. And if we muster all our powers, perhaps we can drive him back.
Alright. Whenever you use 90 magic, up to 3 foes are struck by spears from the heavens that do 150. Don't want this. I only have 5 max magic or 5 magic if I prime this. We'll take Divine Dash. Your dash deals damage to foes in your path and can momentarily deflect the legendary boon or the best boon in all of Hades 1.
Your brother's favorite.
As even Athena knows. Okay.
Typhon awaits.
Let's see. We have Hephaestus or we have Hestia. We're gonna go Hestia here. We could still very well benefit from her special enhancing boons. Amongst other things too. Armored enemies are still pretty scary, but we can focus on getting as much damage as possible. I've more or less got the timing on the power shot down now. And some well-timed casts and dodges mean that we're reliably doing damage. The base damage on our special alone isn't really that much right now, but it reliably gets Lunar Ray off. We have a very consistent Ding Ding now. Honestly, a couple more palms on Ding Ding and a good like tier 2 Hephaestus boon, and we're sitting pretty. I am genuinely not looking forward to playing this with Vow of Frenzy on, the one that like is the same as Forced Overtime in Hades 1, where enemies attack and move faster. It is funny to watch these guys just get staggered lock and there's very little they can do about it. Like, their armor is the scary part and everything else is not.
A magnificent beast, but a threat.
Let's see, Cardio Gain not impressed. Hot Pot, now impressed. Or do I reroll? I think I take Hot Pot, it's too funny. Gain a chance to dodge which has doubled against Scorch Afflicted foes. So 5% dodge chance increased to 10%. So we are at a 35% dodge chance, but then this is actually scaling up, so we're at 5%. So yeah, we are at a 35% dodge chance now as long as the enemy is dazed. And we heal for 10 HP every time we do get that dodge. That is assuming these are additive and not multiplicative with each other, but I'm going to just assume they're additive for the sake of simplicity. I'm pretty sure they were additive in Hades 1, so I'm going to make that... a lot of things in terms of how damage calculation works did carry over between Hades 1 and Hades 2, but I'm going to make that assumption here as well. Anyway, more on the conversation of self-improvement. So the biggest thing for me was, like, I wasn't looking to be a bodybuilder. I wasn't looking to look incredible or feel incredible. Well, maybe not feel incredible, but, like, feel better about myself. And, like, for me, the simplicity of the fact was I wasn't doing anything, so my goal became do something, and then build up from there. And, I mean, now, aside from this last 2 weeks where I've been too sick and having breathing issues, I have very consistently been on that treadmill because wanting to play RuneScape is a wonderful motivator for my exercise routine, oddly enough. Okay, bird is happening. We focus on dodging bird because bird is scary. we're just gonna... We have a lot of mobility, so we just focus on evading bird. The bird always... The final thing it does is it does a big AoE, and if it's off screen, Mel lets us know, so there we go. I did get hit by that, but I saw the dodge go off, so thankfully not punished. I'm focusing on things that are trying to hit me first, because these things do a lot of damage. My nose is itchy. I'm running behind this wall so I can scratch with my right hand. There we go. Okay, and that's another one done. Yeah, we don't have a lot of damage, but we do have decent survivability, all things considered. I think I have a hair from my face tickling into my nose, and I'm not here for it. Well, actually, I'm clearly here for it, but not in the way that I want to be. All right, there we go. Relatively clean. All right, here's our Hermes boon, number 2. Winner's Circle... This is attack, special, and cast, not plural, so it doesn't affect the Omega special. Quick Buck would be pretty decent for making sure that we get some boons later on and can buy whatever we want from the Hermes shop at the final floor. Winner's Circle makes us be able to spam cast and therefore get spam iframes more often. I think between these two, I'm feeling pretty safe right now, so I'm going to take Quick Buck.
Good.
All right, and then Hephaestus versus Palm. We'll take Hephaestus here for potential at duo boons, as well as potential for just armor, because armor or even Grand Caldera would be pretty decent too, just to up our damage on the Ding Ding, because a Ding Ding every 6 seconds without any palms on it already is incredible, and it's only going to get stronger if we get like a palm or 2 on it. Like, this was supposed to be an Apollo build, but it's somehow become a Hephaestus build almost, just because of the really good attack boon. Like, we'll never increase its damage with palms, but we will increase it with everything else that we can stack around it. Just in terms of like if we can use it more frequently or have its base damage increased by Grand Caldera, his tier 2 boon. That was a little dicey in terms of positioning. We luckily dodged in the right way to avoid any icky damage, but I could have really misplayed that there, or at least set myself up for a lot more damage than I took. Darn it, that's more like what I'm talking about. Just didn't need to run face first into that. Can we just finish everyone with late? I have not seen a single Path of Stars except for the one that was in contest with Hestia, and we were not punished for choosing Hestia over Selene.
You seen that Icarus flying about? At first I took him for some giant ghostly bird, but it's that kid of Daedalus, all right. I reckon he made his latest wings himself. He's not too bad.
I love Hephaestus's commentary. Okay, here we go. Furnace Blast. This is actually really good for us. Your blast effects from Hephaestus also inflict glow, causing 15% extra damage for 5 seconds against enemies. So we hit them with the Ding Ding, and then we spam the special until we can hit them with the Ding Ding again. Alternatively, 50 armor is not bad, but I think I'll take Furnace Blast here. It's pretty solid for us. Just an overall DPS up, because our Ding Ding is on a 6-second cooldown right now, so it's basically up all the time as long as I'm constantly landing Ding Dings. We have a lot of money. And with Quick Buck, I don't think I need more money, so we'll take the max magic because it equates to more HP. Is that smart? Honestly, I think I still take the I think I still take the coin so I can buy out as much of the shop as possible. For a second, I was worried I missed that hit, or missed that shot. Oh my gosh. Can't believe that still hit us. The AoE on those projectiles that those satyrs shoot is deceptively large. Like, it looks like it's going to curve around you and it still hits.
For what you did to me.
Anyway, so yeah, ultimately my goal was doing a little bit more, and then a little bit more became a lot of it more as I found that RuneScape really did entice me into playing on the treadmill more often. And like, I have no goal. Like, I think the worst thing I can do is set myself a goal of this is the bare minimum I want to do, or more sort of a time limit. Like, there are things I want to accomplish. Like, I want to more reliably be able to go at higher paces, but my knees unfortunately just can't keep up with it. If I try to go at a pace higher than like 4 miles an hour on the treadmill, my knees start to really hurt. I just can't run anymore, unfortunately, which feels really lame, honestly, but it is what it is. Honestly, you know what? Hera does have some things that we want, particularly her duo with Hestia. We don't have a core boon from Hera, so I don't actually know if we can get her duo at this point. So we probably take Born Gain just for that reason, assuming that is even a prerequisite. I really don't know what the prerequisites for duos in this game are compared to like Hades 1. I still have a lot of just like learning that I need to do to like be more consistent. We are unfortunately having a lot of damage start to add up here. I think we're fine for her. I still think we're in a good spot overall for Prometheus, but I do have to be a little bit more mindful of where we are in terms of damage taken versus damage dealt. Lucky that didn't hit me, actually. It looked like it was going to. The automatons scare me the most, but this isn't a projectile automaton, so I guess I didn't have to be as scared as I was. I don't know if that gave me iframes. I don't think it did, but it looked like I got hit there and then somehow didn't take the damage, so maybe it did. I'm not sure. All right, Hera. Have I given you a keepsake? I have given you, yeah. What do we got here? Born gain, rousing reception. Your cast damage any foes that join the encounter wherever they appear. Fine line, actually, this is something I wanted. Your Omega moves create a fissure that deals damage in a long line, but use plus 15 magic. This is the other boon that's kind of like the fireball technique from Hestia, so I'll take this. It ups our mana consumption, but we still only net -5 magic per use. We're gonna take the shop here for sure. We're so well stocked up on coin. There are a lot of things we could benefit to gain here. Armor, Palm, Apollo. All right, let's start with the Palm. Onto our special for another 10% damage or base 30 damage here, or another 2% dodge chance for scorched enemies. I think we'll take the damage up on the special. And then we'll buy the armor, we'll buy the Apollo. Honestly, at this point, I feel like I want to see Hephaestus more than anything else. We'll take Lucid Gain, and it'll get us... we have no magic problems whatsoever for the rest of the run now. All right, here we go. Prometheus.
I thought you might show up.
Yeah, I bet you saw it in the future.
All your godly relatives, but they were able to resist the monster Typhon's wrath, despite the blunders that you made. But now you hurry back.
I realize this must be complicated for you, as someone whose loyalties are mostly to an eagle, but I am not about to let that thing destroy everything my family built.
Hey, if you have a pet, loyalties to your pet are very appreciable. Now, I don't like you and your loyalty to Phrynos. Like, that's not a fair criticism. Hey.
You want to choose your loyalties with greater care, not let them be decided by birthright. Well then, come on. You have a summit and a family to protect.
That I do. I'm also going to light you on fire and just hit you with a ding-ding when I feel it's safe, because there is a bird. There's always a bird. There we go. Okay. Bird should have despawned now. You know what? We didn't get our Path of Stars, I'm now realizing, and we are absolutely going to be offered Selene in opposition to another god, and there's no reason why I would choose Selene over another god. I guess if we get a, if we're offered Selene versus like a triple Palm, maybe I consider her, but I think that's like the only scenario where I would do that. Didn't mean to waste my cast there, oh well. Fine Line is doing some decent damage here though, because Origination is adding up. I need to keep him scorched. As long as I keep him in, basically, we have every reason to use Smoldering for the Fury's benefit, as well as just for Origination and for the dodge chance it gives us. So like Smoldering is still a defensive tool, but not the way that I initially expected it to be. Let's see. 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. All right, drop the cast here because he's going to land there. Oh, I guess I might be mistaken, but maybe he ends up going wherever he jumped off. I'm just not sure. Like I said, I think it's like I said, there's still a lot of like just kind of learning enemy mechanics that once I get more consistent will just be objectively like more consistent. Okay, there goes our armor, but honestly, that's the first hit we've taken all fight. Not bad for us. And actually, we have Guardians active, I think. No, wait, no, I didn't take Guardians. I took rerolls, which I haven't. Have I used my rerolls? I haven't. I haven't used my rerolls this run. I'll probably do that in the Gates of Olympus, though. I could definitely see myself doing that. Kind of in an icky position, so I'm going to bail out here. Okay, here we go. 3, 2, 2, 1, 2. So 3, 2, 2, 1, 2. 3, 2, 2, 1, 2. There we go. I don't remember where we jumped off, so I'm going to save my cast. Oh, right in the center. Okay. Have a ding-ding. Maybe I could get one. Oh, hello, bird. I didn't even see you there. What? I don't actually know what he said. I'm a little overwhelmed by him summoning his friends, but we're fine. I'm gonna drop a Lunar Ray here while I can, get what damage I can off of it. Once again, I did not get the iframes on the cast despite being in the cast. I wonder if maybe there are just some enemies that bypass it, or I'm just mistaken and it's like more of a matter of... 1 second. I wonder if it's more of a matter of like, if I do it too early, I just don't block the damage sort of thing. Oh well. Really, I got both hits of those. Ouch. All right, so a lot of damage taken, but not a Death Defiance, and we still have 2 whole Death Defiances.
But you cannot afford to give chase, and my strength shall return.
All right, Kiwi.
You know lies ahead.
We've still got one whole other region to go through, but I'm feeling pretty confident going into this. This feels promising. Of course he knew he'd lose. He can see the future.
No trace remains now of the Titan of Foresight or his eagle companion, save for a single feather left behind, as if to goad the princess on toward greater heights.
Just no more eagles, please.
Agreed. The eagle is the scariest part of this fight, aside from all the other things that can one-shot me.
The summit's just ahead.
All right, what do I want here? Yeah, I don't have Knuckle Bones. I need to unlock that quickly because it's so good. Evil Eye, we do have, I mean, 20% more damage on Typhon sounds great for this run. Is there an alternative for survivability? I mean, Lucky Your Tooth, but is it worth it? Probably not worth it, honestly. I think killing the enemy 25% or 20% faster will do me more. Not to mention, I do have Medea's Curse now that I think about it, where every Death Defiance does, what, 10 to 15% of his HP? I doubt this affects that damage effect, but I'll take it. I'll take Evil Eye. We need an excuse to level it up anyway, so may as well.
Set.
All right, we're sitting at 136 HP with 186 max HP. Still on a single Path of Stars, and again, if I see a Hestia, Hephaestus, Apollo even, or Hera, like, if I get any gods offered in competition with Selene, I just don't take Selene here.
The Fortress of the Gods.
I mean, objectively speaking, Lunar Ray does do solid damage, but I think it's probably just better to depend on Ding Ding at this point. All right, already taking a big hit, not ideal. Can play super safe here. When I see these guys charging at me, I kind of run towards them and then dash away, and that gets me out of it gets me to safety. Those enemies are going to be an absolute nightmare on with Vow of Frenzy active. Oh my goodness, I can't even imagine. You'll have to forgive me for all the unintentional tapping of the microphone I've had between this and the last 2 episodes. For context, I'm doing a 3-episode recording session today. My nose is still running in response to me talking too much, and it is making my nose tickle like no tomorrow. Okay, Selene versus Triple Palm. We will take Selene here, I think.
Closer to the top.
All right. This one's a little sketchy, but we're gonna just bail out. Whoop, hello. Keep my distance. Oh no, oh gosh. Ah, frick, I got caught on the wall there. If I had a little bit more space, I would have gotten out fine, but I just got caught on the wall. A waste of a Lunar Ray, too. See, there I had the iframes in time. I'm not sure what the difference was. I think I'm a little out of range here. No, I'm hitting him off screen. Cool. Yeah, if I just cast into dash, I have basically non-stop uptime on iframes. There's a wall in my way, darn it. Got caught behind that, unfortunately. He turns around faster than I realize. I gotta be careful of that. Do not drop Lunar Ray point blank. That is a silly endeavor. I guess the nice thing is because I have the Ding Ding curse, what is it, Glow I think it's called, I do actually very reliably get origination going at all times pretty much. This is a silly Lunar Ray. But we're never punished because we have Divine Dash. Let's finish him with a Ding Ding. Never mind. Okay, that was a lot of damage that we did not need to take. Oh my goodness. We dodged that. That actually hit us there. But we healed 10 HP. Technically, we healed off of him. It was optimal, right? A shame that dodging with a dash doesn't count for that heal, but that would just make it too broken. All right. This should give us a whole lot of... Yeah, 10. Okay. Your Hex continually aims and fires on its own from wherever you use it. That's what we want here. Let's see. So how do we get there? What does this do here? Hex pierces through foes. That's actually really good for us too. Less so against Typhon or anywhere else in this run. So let's see. Your Hex has 40 power over the course of every 1 second. Deal 5% more damage. Lasts 1 second longer. I'm gonna take the path. Honestly, actually, this armor is very good defensively for us. So I think I prioritize that. As much as the damage is nice, the survivability is nicer. So I think we take this path. 10 armor, 10 armor, 10 armor, 10 armor. That's 40 armor for the duration of the laser that we're going to have up very regularly. Granted, it takes a lot longer now because we have to use 60 magic instead of 30. But still, now I don't have to sit and aim it. And now we just try and get duration on it if I can. Is there a way to get duration here? No. Unfortunately, the Hex fires for 1 second longer is outside of our reach, so I prioritize, I think, overall personal DPS then. So 5% more damage this encounter. 5% more damage this encounter. And then let's take the passive generation, because I might have to focus on dodging every now and again, and this will make it so I continue to generate a defensive tool. And then 5% more damage. So now I do 15% more damage and get 40 armor. The damage up is as soon as I've used the Lunar Ray even once, and the armor is for the duration of the ray. So it's not a very long duration of armor, but that is a huge defensive tool for us. It's really amazing for us. Very happy about that. We high rolled a little bit, or I mean, objectively speaking, I could have re-rolled those rooms and gotten a different god, but honestly, I think now that I'm looking at it objectively, Selene was by far the best option we could have hit there. It does take 90 magic consumption at base to activate this boon, which is the one downside here. But like, look at that, it's passively generating, and it's just doing its own thing now. Great. It's so great. My nose is so tickly, Kiwi. I'm so sorry. I don't have a solution. All right, more Hestia or more Apollo here. I think Hestia honestly gives us more to go with, so we'll take that. I'm gonna roll once and see if we get a Festus. More Palm. Where's Selene? Okay, we'll take the Hestia room then. I was looking for Hephaestus because I think he offers the most here.
There you are.
Oh gosh. Oh wow, you hurt. Okay, lesson learned. Oh my goodness, no, okay, lesson learned a second time, I guess. Unfortunate. At least we have a really good magic regen boon in the form of Lucid Gain from Apollo. Oh my goodness, I'm taking so many hits that need to be not taken. Where are you going, bud? What are you doing? Deal up armor. I might honestly just have to kind of depend on the Lunar Ray defensively. Like if I see a hit, then I pop it. Not having this guy get caught in my cast is a problem. I generate magic, or I consume magic very quickly if I play this right, without actually running out very much in the process. Almost walked into that. That would have been a problem. Alright, he's gonna start snipping at us. We're just gonna run away. Toss this out because I feel like I'm at a safe distance. Got a ding ding. He's running away. He's gonna do his big like AoE. I gotta be careful because this will pop his little circles, but actually we're good now because I popped them on my own terms instead of his. I'm gonna toss this out for armor just so I don't get clipped by this. Like, I knew the Ray was gonna miss him most of the time for that because he was out of range, and it's still fine. Did that for armor because I was worried I was gonna get hit. Amazing. Alright, well, I guess I shouldn't be super hyped because that isn't actually Typhon, that's just his tail. But we made it through that fight pretty well off, all things considered. For what
Olympus, I accept this message.
As good as it could have gone. Let's see. Chain reaction. If you use your blast effects from Hephaestus just after they recharge, they fire 2 times. Interesting. Glowing coal. Honestly, let's take the duo. Sounds fun. Double blast timing 2 seconds. Sounds fun. Then we hit some coin sacks over here that I'll make sure I grab. Oh, looks like we already popped them. Or maybe the AoE from Typhon hit them.
one of the serpentine tales of Typhon, lord and father of all monster kind, slashed through floor after floor of the fortress behind which the Olympians take shelter from his storm.
I'd be really curious to see what like the full form of Typhon looks like, the full body, because we only ever see like a part of him or his upper half, you know. That's a lot of dings.
Can't hide from me.
But they're not ding-dings. We can basically buy out the shop here aside from whatever meta progression item he offers.
Hooked one.
Oh good, a lamprey. Love those. Nothing like leeches to fix most medical concerns. Alright, I can afford pretty much everything except for the testament, so this is good.
Can't shake the feeling that I failed you here. I was supposed to figure out what Gramps was up to, but I wasn't quick enough. So now you're fighting Typhon face to face.
Lord Hermes, we'll have to go through everything that could have turned out differently once all of this is over. But for now, our present matters seem more urgent than the past.
I know, you're right. It's just I'm starting to accept that all of this is what Gramps wanted to achieve. First capture the three fates so they can't mess with him, then wake up Typhon so he can mess with us. Then take over everything.
You didn't know all the details, but long since figured out Kronos was up to something big. Had you not acted swiftly then, I wouldn't be here now. We wouldn't have this chance.
Yeah, Hermes, you did a lot. You're great, bud. Don't talk yourself down so much. You're doing awesome.
I prefer guarantees to chances, Em, but hey, you're right. We do the best we can with what we've got.
Exactly.
See you.
See you later. All right, we'll take the HP. That brings us up to 132. We'll take the armor. That brings us up to 40 armor. We'll take the mystery boon first because we don't know who we're going to get.
Oh, it's a bargain.
Oh, indeed, a bargain indeed. Tough gain, Grand Caldera, Molten Touch. 50% AoE, 75 more blast damage, or more damage to armor. We definitely don't want Tough Gain. Tough Gain is terrible here. Grand Caldera, why not?
The Forge of the Heavens.
We'll take the Hermes boon next. 15% faster travel deal. Ooh. If I take travel deal here, okay, I have 215 coin. I can't afford 2 boons with our current money, so travel deal would not let us get a second boon, right? 10% less would be 135 plus 150. No, we wouldn't be able to afford a second boon here. I guess I'll just take Nimble Limb so we can have our animations be a little bit faster.
Here we go.
It's basically exclusively to attack faster because it won't affect the special. Self-healing, okay. Yeah, I think we just take that, right? When you have at least 3 fire boons, which we have 7, mind you, restore 30% of your HP, 30% of damage taken over 5 seconds.
That was my boon.
Sounds good to me. Well, that's unlucky. Would that have given us enough? That would have... No, it wouldn't have given us enough, right? No, we needed 135 gold to be able to afford a second boon if I had taken travel deal. Oh well. Alright, Kiwi, we've got 2 Death Defiances, 40 armor, 132 HP, a very strong build, and Evil Eye increasing our damage by 20% against Typhon. I think we're sitting pretty... I just have to play better than I played last run, for sure. But I think I can do it. I think I can do it. Here we go. We'll teach him the meaning of ding ding. Alright, so we're going to dash into him to apply daze. We're going to bail out with that. Now that I see that he's doing his blow attack, I keep my safe distance. I dash in with a attack. Oh no, hold on. Oop, okay, good. He's going to use his chin slam, so I'm going to bail out here. Hit him with the ding ding. Love that hitting twice effect. That is amazing. We're actually doing a ton of damage, right? I should use Lunar Ray because I have no reason not to do Lunar Ray. And with the speed up from our Apollo dash, I actually can dodge that very reliably. He's gonna... I just have to be ready for his chin slam. It's so scary. It does so much damage. I think we're phasing him. Okay, wow, we phased him very quickly. Let's kill his little spawns. Wow, these egg sacs are tanky. And they spawn even tankier looking things. Unfortunately for them, I have Lunar Ray, which actually doesn't matter. Oh my goodness. They do a lot of damage. They hit... Oh, maybe they didn't. They only did 8 damage. I thought... Why did I see... I see 24. Why did I... Did I have more armor than I realized? Weird. Whatever. I'm gonna try and take out his friends because they are more of a problem than anything else. Bail out with the safety of my cast. Dash in, bail out, hit him with the attack for the ding ding. Hit him with another of these. Now I don't even care if he hits me with the Chin Slam because the armor blocked all of that from Lunar Ray, which is amazing. And as long as I keep the Hestia boon, or the duo with Hephaestus Hestia going, I'm like getting so much damage off of Ding Dings there. This is awesome.
Let's give him everything we've got.
I'm glad I took Grand Caldera. All right, we have so got this, Kiwi. Like, it's not even a question. Like, this makes up for all. We just hit for 2K, or well, 1900 still, but like, you know, like, we just did so much Ding Ding damage. Ding Ding damage indeed.
We'll hold the palace. Keep him occupied.
Oh, don't worry. We're more than keeping him occupied. We're keeping him defeated. I'm just gonna phase tank at this point because I'm not afraid. I just have dodge chance. All right, next phase. Good. Or not good? Well, I guess it's good, yeah. Do whatever damage I can. Toss this out, kill that one. Oh, wow, I didn't see that coming fast enough. Okay, good. We killed 2 of the egg sacs, and these guys aren't that scary. Objectively speaking, we would prefer them without their armor, but that's one down, and we're gonna have armor in a second. I am thankful that he is not active during this part of the fight. Okay, now he is. Never mind. I'm not thankful anymore. And it comes back. I'm ready for it. Okay, good. Drop the cast. He's gonna do Chin Slam, dash out, hit him with this. Get ready for these. Use that defensively. Ding Ding up, Ding Ding down. Deflected that with Divine Dash. Okay. Should have held the Lunar Ray for defensive purposes, but I think we're just gonna Ding Ding death him. We are good. We are so good here. One more Ding Ding for the death. Nope. He probably is. Oh my goodness. I need to get better at timing that, because like it really isn't that hard to dodge. I'm just objectively getting hit more often than I need to. I think we've got him here. This should finish him. Oh my goodness, never mind. All right, I am absolutely eating it. Okay, now things are getting a little dicey, but honestly, we're still fine, because Ding Ding on strength, Ding Ding's even harder. All right, that was a hot mess of a run. I need to learn his patterns better and dodge more consistently. That's the tough part about a final boss, is that you have to go through the whole run just to learn the patterns. I wish there was like a way to practice on him, I guess, but oh well. Our Omega Special did a ton of damage. Hephaestus Blast next up, and Scorch did a lot of damage. I'm actually kind of surprised, because like that really puts into perspective how good Smolder Ring is. The fact that it did almost as much damage as our base special Lunar Ring and and Hephaestus Blasts, like, because we were just dropping the cast on the floor for defensive purposes and for origination. Pretty incredible. But all right, there we go. What do I honor? So let's unequip everything first. We had a pretty solid defensive score, but definitely some Ding Ding, definitely some Nova Flourish on the Mel Staff. Smoldering, I guess we have to honor because it did so much for us. 10% dodge chance plus, where is it? I actually want, like, was he taking 15% HP damage from this every time I died? I don't know. Healing honestly didn't matter that much. It probably added up to more than I realized, but so I need to put Hasty Retreat at the bottom so it's readable. So that's 10% dodge chance plus 20% dodge chance plus 10% dodge chance. So we had a 40% dodge chance and a chance of and the ability to heal every time we dodged. Plus we had self-healing. We had a very good HP sustaining build, plus all the armor from the Lunar Ray. Solid run all around. But there we go. At long last, we've gotten our.
Gygaros can be put to the test.
We finally got.
Zagreus could see me now.
We finally got our overworld win after struggling to get it 2 runs in a row. Feels good.
To all my family on the mountain, let me pass.
This goes to show you the difference between a weapon that plays easy for casual and a weapon that does not. Because Pan unupgraded is rough. Aspect of or the Ardent Skull, I have no excuse. I
truly wish for such a place to be destroyed.
I had really bad RNG for boons, and I just played dumb by staying melee range on a ranged weapon. That was my fault.
Ahead lies the well-hidden and protected palace of the king and queen of all the gods. That stronghold from which Olympus has fought back against all too many terrible foes.
Keep holding on.
All right, well, let's say goodnight to Olympus, say goodnight to the Crossroads, and hopefully call it an episode. Do we have commentary on all of the statues again? No, we don't. They're mighty fine statues, and it's a fun little bit of extra world building when you look at the like finer details of what each character chooses to show. I'm not really sure what Dionysus is holding. I would have assumed a wine glass, and I know this is what is hanging from his hand actually? I'm confused. Athena shows her owl, her spear, her shield, her helmet, Ares with his sword, Hephaestus with his anvil, Aphrodite with her nudity, Artemis being friends to the woodland, Apollo being a musician, Hermes. I wish you had your turtle. I feel like your turtle is your most important aspect.
We welcome you.
But at least he has his boots. I know his boots are pretty significant. Demeter likes her barley, Poseidon with his trident, Hestia with her hat of coal that a bird is currently eating out of, Zeus's lightning bolt, and Hera's disdain for Zeus.
Best not to keep your lord uncle waiting. I'll be right here.
I always appreciate that I try to talk to Apollo first. I just find it funny to completely ignore the king and queen of Olympus for him.
We got that monstrous fiend once more, young lady, thanks most certainly to you. Such courage in the face of catastrophe. And our palace remains safe and secure, and further reinforced should Typhon try for us again.
You were splendid, my dear. Had things grown any more dire, we were preparing for a last resort a son of ours developed. But the cost of it is high indeed. Thus, you have saved us in more ways than one.
I'm really curious to know what they're referring to here as their last resort, because in my playthrough it hasn't been expanded upon, but I'm really curious, like, what was going to be their last resort against Typhon?
It's my pleasure to have been of service to our family, Queen Hera, and to see the wonders of these halls once more. Perhaps we may yet permanently dissuade Typhon soon.
And what do you have in mind on that account? Our own research has yet to yield the force that could take Typhon without also taking this entire mountain down. He's even fiercer now than when he first attacked us long ago.
Also, the implication that that weapon would wipe out the entirety of Olympus is pretty cool.
I've gathered useful specimens of Typhon's flesh, and we've been studying how we can use it in our craft, but we don't yet have meaningful progress to share.
Oh, come now. Driving back that monster more than once is progress meaningful enough. My lord husband thought that your first such victory could have simply been a fluke.
After all of the things all the precedents that Zacharias set in the first game, Zeus should know better than to doubt the child of Hades.
Now, what I said, dear wife, was that a single victory against Typhon did not prove more such victories could be achieved. But now you've demonstrated otherwise, Melinoe, and spurred our hope that we shall rid ourselves of this foul menace soon enough.
Heck yeah, 50% win rate. It definitely shows that the odds are possible.
King Zeus, Queen Hera, by your leave I ought return with what I found, in case it leads to new discoveries about how we can do just that. Thank you all for your continued aid.
Yeah.
You have our gratitude in kind.
But I'm going to continue running weapons that I might not be the best at, even if it means I don't get the clear, because I want to get better at them, and I'm not going to get better at them if I don't, like, learn strategies that work for me, find builds that work for me, and get better by practicing, you know?
May moonlight guide us.
We need no guide.
Yes, you do. You didn't know what you were doing. You still don't know what you're doing. You're depending on us.
Death to Kronos.
How fierce.
It's good to see you again, cousin. Just as I was beginning to fear my song would be tonight's sole source of cheer.
Lord Apollo, good to see you too. Please give my regards to the others. I would have liked to meet, but I'd best be getting back.
Of course, you must be on your last legs. The others surely would have liked to see you too, especially your grandmother, but they couldn't leave their posts. Please accept our apologies, and let us help you to return.
I do hope we get to see the other gods up here. I'd love to see Hestia in the blood and flesh and the fire.
Tell Lady Demeter and everyone I wish them well.
At the very least, we should see Demeter.
Goodbye for now, everyone. May you be safe and well when next we meet. Return to Shadow now.
Alrighty, one Crossroads roundup, and let's call it an episode. I am tired, but I am very happy to recognize the fact that I can record for basically 4 hours straight and not lose my voice or my ability to breathe, which is a lot better of a standpoint than the last recording session where I was collapsing into a fit of, oh gosh, what have I done to myself?
We're getting somewhere, Phrynos. Soon all this may finally be over.
You know, I'm realizing we've beaten all of Kronos and 2 of Typhon.
Come along then.
Before we've even managed to get our animal familiars, which offer a lot of really strong benefits to the run. Like, yeah, like I'm supposed to be having a lot of difficulty with the overworld because I'm accessing it way earlier than I think the average casual player would.
On black wings does the uncontrollable embodiment of strife go wheresoever she may please, and lately, that is often in the princess of the underworld's way.
Poppy, you're peeping. What do you got? Poppy brought me a Santa or a green elf in a hat. Excellent. Merry Christmas, Toppy.
Cheers, Eris.
I'm gonna pet her real quick and then I'll talk to Eris. There we go. Okay, turns out I can't really control myself.
I'm warning you better cut this out, Trouble. Messing with Kronos, messing with Typhon, messing everything up. That's supposed to be my job.
Well, you're doing a really terrible job of it because you're not messing everything up. You're a very easy second floor boss.
You clearly did your job already. I'm in the process of undoing it, much like how I often pick up after you here.
Toppy is celebrating her successful hunt by eating dinner.
Well, you're not gonna. And even if you do, you'll look back on this and wish things were as interesting as they are now.
She's now standing on the table behind me, and every time I look at her, she does a small little peep peep at me, or like, well, it's more like a meh, meh. Toppy. Hi. Hi, Toppy. And then she winked at me. Why do all of our cats wink at us? Like, there's no explanation. They're not, it's like, do they know? Do they understand what winking means? Or do they just see us get kind of weirded out by it and just indulge?
I wouldn't mind if things were boring for a change.
Our cats are nonsense.
I would.
All right, what incantations shall we brew tonight?
As we improve ourselves, so does our craft.
Ah, Frozen Life Spring. We can't afford it though. We need more irises. I spent it on the thing that I'm like, well, it's completion, so we'll take it. If I hadn't spent it on the thing that I'm not going to use, we would have been able to take this. A shame. Oh well. We'll get more iris soon enough. So I will go ahead and buy the Greater Favor of Gaia now. Reveal enhancements within the silver pool that further empower each gathering tool. The tools of the unseen avail their purest forms to those familiar with their connection to this world. Definitely losing my voice.
Knight's craftwork, you revealed yourselves to me. Your true connection to the earth, I see.
Carefully said.
All right, definitely could use some tea, definitely could use less recording or giving my throat some breaks. So this is definitely the last recording of the night, but hey, 4 hours straight recording, you're not going to complain about the progress we've made in game, you know?
Kronos must believe he has the upper hand now that Olympus has the father of all monsters bearing down on them night after night. But he has made a grave mistake.
Typhon cannot be controlled. If he no longer had Olympus to contend with, he would probably come after Kronos next. There must be some way we can redirect his rage.
If not his rage, the very nature of his being. I have always taught you that our craft is never to be used for destruction alone. But no rule is immutable. Let us use our enemy's strengths against them, to rid us of them all.
Or we could learn from Zagreus and employ Talk no Jutsu to get our to have our resolution.
Disintegration of monstrosity.
Dissolution of time, disintegration.
Belong in this world.
All right, so we've got Gigaros. Okay, so we only need to beat Typhon 2 more times to actually do this. That's kind of wild. All right, well, 2 more clears to go. We still don't have the aspect of Cersei, I think. So, oh well.
You're here, Lord Charon.
Let's go ahead and collect our grasp. We still need a little bit more grasp, but I honestly think I'm going to start indulging on Moondust. 8 Moondust goes a long way right now, and we're kind of getting diminishing returns on the Arcana until I can more reliably... I'm not sure. I'll think on it before... I'm gonna do Moondust. I think Moondust is too good to pass up right now. It honestly set us up so strong for this run.
Must have got a lot of help knocking Typhon from his perch. Oh, we all heard. You got a dozen family members all up there, some of them strong. So what do they need you for?
Clearly a lot, because they're not able to defeat Typhon as of yet.
They certainly are capable, but they're backed into a corner on Olympus. What matters is our latest battle was victorious, and I did what I could to see it through.
Wouldn't they have access to like all of their armaments up there? I don't know.
Sharing in your success, or just trying to appease me? Main reason you won is that monster had it coming anyway. But it'll all even out.
What's that supposed to mean?
You'll see.
Well, thank you for your keepsake. Your keepsake did help us a lot in that fight. I can't deny that.
Odysseus out checking on reports.
Darn it, Odysseus, I keep remembering to give you your keepsake whenever you're out.
Olives. Welcome to the crossroads, Shade.
What happened on Olympus? Did she really do it? She really did. Dying wish, long life. All right, I think that's about it for this episode. We don't really have a lot to do with the cauldron. We talked to everyone in town. We're gathering moon dust. How much grasp do we need for the next upgrade here? We need another 250. We're 70 short about. Once we hit 29, it takes a lot to get the 30th grasp, so that's another reason why I'm not rushing to this. But I have a lot of bones. I may as well go buy it, I guess. Real quick. Actually, can I afford it, broker? Tell me. No, I don't think I can. I can only buy 5 at a time. Okay, we'll sit on it then. We'll come back. We'll be able to upgrade that next run, I'm sure. We'll have the bones and the grasp if not. All right, but I think this is probably going to be my setup, and then just alternating Furies with something else if I think it's appropriate. All right, we've got the Moonstone Axe today. Oh, what? Oh, Aspect of Charon. Let's see what else we've got here.
Much deeper than it
Can I
looks.
unlock the Aspect of Than yet? I cannot because we need more Nightshade. I really don't want to run the axe if I'm being honest. I'm so prone to taking damage on it. Kiwi, will you forgive me if I take a Torches run here? I think you'll forgive me. But we'll do something that is an Aspect of Melinoe. So, Kiwi of real time, Aspect of Moros or Aspect of Eos? Just pick one. Kiwi says Moros, which makes sense. She likes Doom and Despair after all. Alright, Aspect of Moros. Your attacks linger for 2 seconds and explode in a blast if struck by your special. Blast damage starts off at 0% and then scales to a whopping lot of percent.
I should have known.
I should have known, says Skelly. Alright, I will upgrade this once because I can. It upgrades with the Testament. Alright. So we do 15% more blast damage. Let's at least have some of its effect going. That's as far as I'm going to take it, though. And then Moros is insanely strong with Zeus, so we're going to take the Cloud Bangle for the next run. Skelly, sing us the song of... Well, actually, let's see what we need for Testament. 1 level of Eris, so we'll take 1 level of Menace. That's fine.
May we converse?
We can.
Settle a little wager here, young one. These shades are making claims you felled the father of all monsters. I, however, am the voice of reason, and I say, come on.
Typhon's recent defeat certainly wasn't my doing alone, Commander. We have Olympus on our side, and more.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's what I said. Technically, it wasn't just you. Hear that, disciples? She had a bunch of those fancy boons, and who only knows what else.
We're going to have to do a boonless run at one point or another, but that is not anytime soon. We need our Arcana to carry us there.
Then you win the wager?
I actually wonder which aspect weapon would be best for a boonless run. I'll have to think about that. Probably the torches still.
Hello again, Good Shade.
All right, Good Shade RNG. Kiwi, that is it. This episode has gone on far long enough. Let's call it a night. Kiwi, I hope you've enjoyed watching, and if you're awake, I hope you're falling asleep, and if you're sleeping, I hope you're sleeping well. If you're sleeping, sleep. I love you, Kiwi. I'm tired.
I swore an oath.
I'll see you in the next one for more Hades 2. Good night.